Here's number one reason why I believe Tesla stock will at least 10x. I will share proof of why I believe full self-driving will definitely be solved. Now, this will require that you do trust Elon Musk overall. So if you think he's a scam, if you don't trust him, then you will not want to watch this video. But if you do trust him, then this video might be one of the most important videos that you will watch. And I rarely say this, so I actually really mean this when I say this is an important video to watch. And we will also watch this race a little bit later between full self-driving and Cruise, which is one of the main competitors. We'll see who gets to the destination faster. We will leave from the same place and see if Tesla can beat Cruise. I'll play this clip from Tesla's earnings call. I haven't seen this really discussed much in the Tesla stock community. And this is such a big one.
We'll achieve full self-driving, full autonomy. My probability of that occurring is 100%. And I think we'll, we're almost there. And then, of course, we got to prove it to regulators and get the regulatory approvals, which is outside of our control. Anyone who's driving full self-driving, has the full self-driving beta in the car, can see the rate of improvement. You just experience for yourself that we are in fact getting there. In fact, we almost are there. So anyway, probably achieving that 100%. The Optimus probability of that being a successful product, I think, also extremely high. Given enough time, 100%. Dojo, it's maybe more of a question mark around Dojo of like, can we be competitive with NVIDIA GPUs, even as NVIDIA continues to rapidly evolve their GPUs? So as the jury's out on Dojo. Dojo team thinks they can outperform NVIDIA for neural net training. But the jury's out, and we'll probably know, I don't know, next year if that's if that's true or not. But we think we're probably. We think let's say the architecture of Dojo is the right architecture to win. It depends on how well we execute within that architecture.
As I discussed what Elon Musk just said, I'll play this race between Tesla, which you can see right here, that's a Tesla, and right here is Cruise from GM, General Motors. I think when Elon Musk gives timelines, especially for full self-driving, a lot of us maybe are becoming quite a bit skeptical. This year FSD is going to come true. This year, now it is definitely going to come true, and then next year comes, and now this year it's going to come true. What we can clearly see is that full self-driving is getting better. That is absolutely clear. You look at the videos 9 months ago from Hallmark's catalog, you could pick a random one and chances are it's going to be a video with like 10 interventions. Now you pick a random video and chances are there's going to be no interventions or no takeovers. Clearly, there is progress that we definitely know. We also know if you trust Elon Musk, which I really believe you can trust Elon Musk. Earlier this year, he tweeted that we need to increase gas production. That is not useful to Elon Musk. I mean, he's literally selling EVs. Having more gas vehicles on the road and having cheaper gas reduces sales of EVs. That is quite clear. That is not useful for Elon Musk to say for his own benefit. So I think most of us retail Tesla stock investors have deep trust in Elon Musk. So if you believe what he just said, which basically almost a direct quote is, the probability of full self-driving being solved is 100%. Now, he didn't mention by then exactly, like super specific date that by this time regulators will definitely approve full self-driving for robotaxis. He didn't mention that. What regulators do is outside of Elon's control, obviously. However, what we care about is full self-driving. The moment full self-driving is solved, that's going to be, in my opinion, not financial-wise, definitely not. In my opinion, Tesla stock will double very, very, very quickly. By the way, if you noticed, Tesla already arrived at the destination in something like 20 minutes, and Cruise has not gotten there. Now, to be fair, there's no person sitting in the driver's seat of the GM vehicle, which makes it a little bit more difficult in terms of safety, of course. But still, you're looking at a comparison where GM is using LiDAR. That's a whole different game. It's limited to only a specific area, and it has HD maps where you map out everything perfectly, and if anything changes, the whole thing collapses, basically. I'm just oversimplifying, but that's the gist of it. So think about what Elon Musk said. The probability of full self-driving is 100%. So now the question becomes, who will solve full self-driving? If anyone else solves full self-driving faster than Tesla, I have belief that Tesla would be able to copy whatever another company is doing if Tesla's approach for some reason is going to happen not to be the right approach, which I really doubt that. And then maybe, if Tesla's not the first one to solve full self-driving, maybe then they can't take over the market as they could otherwise if they solve it first. But they would still be able to at least sell a full self-driving option to and attach that to every single vehicle that Tesla already made and is going to make. So no matter how you spin it, full self-driving is going to increase Tesla's stock value. And when you do some of the numbers, which I will make a separate video just about that, going through the numbers later. But think about this. Let's assume, just for a moment, let's just imagine that if you have a Tesla vehicle with full self-driving, that vehicle, let's say, makes $30,000 a year. If you sell a full self-driving option for $20,000, that means you make all your money back in faster than a year, and then everything after that is profit. I mean, who wouldn't buy that option? So think about this now. If Tesla sells a compact vehicle, let's just say that vehicle is $20,000, and now we have a full self-driving option that costs $20,000. And if you buy that option, you can also finance. If you buy that option, you will make all your money back. So if you pay $20,000 for a car, $20,000 for FSD, $40,000 total, you will start making profits within 2 years. And if Tesla sells the car at basically break even, which I don't think they will still make a profit. But even if they did, and they make zero money from that sale, and they make 100% profit basically from full self-driving, what margin does Tesla have in that case? If that vehicle is sold? Tell me, what margin? And how does that compare to the current margins of Tesla, which automotive gross margins right now, those are roughly almost at 30%. It's going to get a lot higher. And what is that going to do to operating profit of Tesla? You see, no matter how I look at it, I just don't see a scenario where when full self-driving is solved, where Tesla does not benefit from that scenario. The key questions I ask myself are, number one, does Tesla still have the best world's engineers? Clearly, Tesla has the world's best engineers. All of the best engineers, or most of them, then they graduate from an engineering school, Tesla and SpaceX, they are consistently number 1 or number 2. And as we know, Elon Musk, in my deep conviction, is the world's single best engineer. And as long as he stays inside of Tesla, and we still have the best engineers, the probability of solving full self-driving is astronomically high in my deep conviction. That's one thing that I look for. Number 2 is I want to know, does Tesla still have the culture of innovation where you can facilitate all of this creativity from engineers and implement change that will actually create full self-driving? Because you have to have a certain culture to make this happen. Not every company can do this. There's a few more things I want to mention from that clip that I played from Tesla's earnings calls, but check this out. So this is what Ford tried to do. And now Ford is not going to try to go after the robotaxi market. They just figured out it's way too hard. They will just focus on driver assist technology. Ford just posted $827 million loss in Q3 as it shuts down self-driving startup it backed. And the name of that startup is Argo. And as far as good jokes go, this is one of the better ones. Remember the name Argo? Keep in mind, this is from 2021, so about a year ago. Argo supposedly was one of the leaders. I am almost tempted to grab a pen and write leaders into bankruptcy. Argo did a very good job with that one. And you're telling me Tesla is at the very bottom here? Another reason why I trust Elon Musk, and on this last call, the trust level went up even a little bit higher. He said that Dojo, that's not something that's guaranteed. And when you look at the market cap of the possibilities of that, it's definitely nowhere near as high as full self-driving or the bot. So this actually gives me even more confidence, because there's the consequences of not being right about Dojo are quite, not very high. No one really cares about Dojo when it comes to Tesla stock investors. But a lot of us care about full self-driving, and definitely more of us care about the Tesla bot than Dojo, I would think, at least us retail stock investors. So Elon Musk saying that there is 100% possibility, 100% chance of full self-driving being solved, meaning it's going to be safer than human driving, is what I think he means by that. That gives me great confidence to say that full self-driving is indeed going to be solved by Tesla. Whether they are first or not, that doesn't even really matter, because when you look, and I think they are going to be first, just to be very clear about that, but even if they are not, check this chart out. So this chart just assumes Tesla's PE ratio. This is from Gary Black. If the stock market price for Tesla stock stays exactly the same, but revenues and net income grows based on this chart. This is 2030 right here. And if a stock does not go up, PE ratio of Tesla would be 5.4. This is without Tesla Energy. This is without full self-driving. So you add full self-driving on top of this. How could you justify a PE ratio that's lower than, let's say, 20? Lower than, let's say, 20. I mean, this is like a clean, simple 4x if you just add full self-driving, just like a little bit of it. Not even like full self-driving for robotaxis. Let's just say for people that just buy the car and you can basically have a car drive you around, maybe, let's say, even if by then it's not fully sold, but it's like good, let's say, for 10 hours without a single intervention most of the time. I mean, people would buy that in droves. I think, I mean, I certainly would. I would assume most people would. And it would be hard to imagine how full self-driving would not be sold before the end of 2030. But if Tesla is the first one to solve full self-driving, and if they do it with a vision approach, not using LiDAR, like basically almost every single competitor is doing. That, I believe, would give them such a huge lead over everyone else that no one else would be able to catch up for quite a long time. I think, if you saw full self-driving using LiDAR, I don't think it's that difficult to do in relative terms when we compare the vision approach. There is definitely a place for solving full self-driving with LiDAR. Maybe I should make another video about that. There is definitely some money to be made, although never near as much as solving full self-driving using vision, because using cameras is so cheap. Using LiDAR is expensive. You need to scale the technology to make it cheaper and affordable. Whereas with vision, you just put in a few cameras. That's going to cost you how much? A few $100s, a few $1,000s at max if you use super sophisticated cameras. And that's all you need. And then, of course, the self-driving computer, which also is not that much. So the costs for scaling it are super low. If Tesla does not solve full self-driving before the end of 2030, I'll be about as surprised as the first time when I watched Tesla Daily and I figured out that Tesla Daily does not do daily episodes when we look at weekends as well. I like Rob Mauer, by the way. He does great work. But I was a little bit surprised. How come no episodes on weekends? Just a reminder, none of my videos are ever any kind of financial advice. I do trust Elon Musk. I mean, if you trust him, which I do, and you take him at his word, then he is serious, which on the earnings calls, I don't think he ever really trolls. I think he's serious, and I believe very strongly the clip that I played for you earlier from Tesla earnings call, I believe Elon Musk was extremely serious, definitely not kidding, and definitely meant exactly what he said. It's just a matter of when. These are 48 reasons why I only hold Tesla stock in my stock portfolio. My name is Matt Posius, reporting to you from Vancouver, Canada. I'll see you later. Thank you for watching.